All right, Cavaliers, happy Thursday, and welcome to the May 25th rendition of 5 Minutes with Ford. Although this was a short week here at the park, again, it was action-packed. NJSLA testing wrapped up this week, and it was a smooth overall 2 weeks of testing. So thank you to all of our staff, and especially our testing coordinator, Mrs. Schwartz. Also like to give a shout out to two individuals from Sterling High School who helped us get through testing season this year, and that's Mrs. Robin Considine and Mrs. Rachel Ravier. So thank you to all who played a role in helping pull off testing season here at the park. Middle school was treated to an afternoon of mindfulness on Monday. Students enjoyed different options such as journaling, coloring, yoga, reading, puzzles, some STEAM activities, origami building, and an opportunity to just play outside. Special shout out to NJHS National Junior Honor Society co-advisors Ms. Palo and Mrs. Butler for really empowering student voice. This was a student idea that Ms. Palo and Mrs. Butler helped broker and placed our students in a position to pitch the idea to the front office, which we approved, and the students really ran with it under the leadership and oversight of Ms. Palo and Mrs. Butler. Very, very cool. We need more of this stuff in our building. So again, shout out to Ms. Palo, Mrs. Butler, and all the students who helped coordinate a much needed relaxing afternoon after a long morning of testing. On Wednesday, a Sterling Band and Choir joined our middle school in the cafeteria for a performance and an opportunity to learn more about the music program at Sterling, which is led by Mrs. Christine Blankenship. Ms. Blankenship is doing a great job over at the castle. She's a new addition to their program over there and really brings some good positive energy and has been very open to collaboration between Summerdale Park and Sterling High School. So we appreciate that, and we look forward to a continuation of collaboration between the two departments. Thank you to Sterling again for taking the time to visit with our students, as well as our two music all-stars, Mr. Terry and Mrs. Horietis, who helped set this up and facilitate the event for our young Cavaliers. Today was our big Renaissance Carnival for students who met the requirements in marking period number 3. Again, our Renaissance program is designed to encourage students to come to school on time, maintain good grades in the classroom, and make positive choices to avoid any disciplinary referrals. That, of course, is my favorite part. Students who have met all 3 prongs are rewarded with a fun-filled day. This specific day entailed inflatable slides. I saw some obstacle courses, different types of games. There was a water slide, a bounce house, some pretzels, water, snacks, all kinds of different things, all set up by Mr. Santilli and Mrs. Reed. Shout out to both of them for making this a memorable day for all of our Cavaliers in grades K through 8. This was a school-wide event that is difficult to coordinate, and the both of them did an excellent job pulling that off and offering a fun-filled day before we set out into our long Memorial Day weekend. Our Lady Cavs softball team took a trip over the bridge to the Phillies game on Tuesday night. The softball players enjoyed a night at Citizens Bank Park, taking in all of the excitement and the energy of the stadium. This is my understanding was a first for many. Coach Euler, in his dialogue with his players and relationships with his students, learned that many of them had not experienced a live Phillies game before, or a live sporting event for that matter. And Coach Euler and Coach Fines took advantage of the opportunity to expose our young student athletes to something that they may not have experienced prior to, or maybe ever. So shout out to Coach Euler and Coach Fines for capitalizing on this chance. I would like to take this time to recognize our school resource officer, Officer Jim, as this past week was Police Appreciation Week. Thank you, Officer Jim, for your service and for helping to keep our school safe. We appreciate what you do each day. Also, shout out to the entire Somerdale Police Department for what you do for our students in the community and also for the citizens of Somerdale. We look forward to continuing our relationship and our partnership between Somerdale Park School and the Somerdale Police Department. Next week, here at the park, our Community Service Club, the Diversity Club, and Human Relations Committee have teamed up once again. And this is a dynamic trio that have really done a great job putting school and community together this year to branch out into different parts of the community where the school has not been in recent years. And they will be teaming up again for an ice cream social held exclusively for the citizens of Somerdale. This event will take place on Thursday, June the 1st from 6 to 8 o'clock p.m. in the one and only Somerdale Park School cafeteria. Entry will begin through the cafeteria doors at 6 o'clock p.m. sharp. There will be free ice cream, sodas, and root beer floats served throughout the evening. A cool 50s themed event featuring a car show and a doo-wop concert with live recordings of the best doo-wop groups from the 1950s. If interested, please sign up with Ms. Siderio, scratch that, Dr. Siderio, or call the main office. Our 8th graders will be kicking off their final weeks here at the park. On Friday, June the 2nd, 8th grade will have their annual swim party at the Stratford Swim Club. This will be the first of many 8th grade events that our 8th grade co-advisors, Ms. Coravari and Mr. Travarelli, have planned for our graduating class of 2023. Important reminder, school is closed tomorrow. That would be Friday, May the 26th, as well as Monday and Tuesday, May the 29th and May the 30th. All classes will resume on Wednesday, May the 31st. I hope everyone enjoys Memorial Day weekend with family and friends. Eats a couple cheeseburgers, maybe some hot dogs, maybe some vegetables, whatever it is that gives you your yum. Please take some time out of your weekend, though, to remember all of those who have sacrificed and died in service for our freedom. Thank you for tuning in to this week's edition of 5 Minutes with Ford. And, as always, go Cavs.